Hello, 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 beautiful one. Sonia, the founder of Empowered Sovereign, accepting ourselves, accepting the new paths, and accepting the new versions of ourselves. Yes, dear ones, we are always creating new versions of ourselves. We are always reinventing new versions of ourselves. And as we end 2025, the year of massive transformation, the year of endings, the year of deaths and births, deaths and births, deaths and rebirths. This is, dear ones, our natural way. It is the process of evolution. Now, we usually do not speak of ourselves in this way, but 2025 and the years before 2025 has been teaching us to see ourselves, to speak about ourselves in an expansive way, because we are expansion, dear ones. We are it. Every single thing on this life journey has been here to teach us about us, helping us to align to the beauty, to the essence, to the presence that we bring, that we vibrate into this world, into this earth, into your everyday actions. Yes, everything about us is a representation of who we are. So we are learning to accept this new path. Yes, dear ones. And this new path is like no other. Yes, for all of us. We are all on this life journey, all of us. So just think, everything that you may have thought about yourself, just be open to new paths, new ways of thinking, new ways of solving problems. Be open. Yes, this goes for all of us. Be open to all of the greatness. Yes, that greatness, dear ones. It is us. It is within our heart. Everything is within our heart. We cannot miss our greatness. Now, when I say that, dear ones, when I say we can't miss it, what's going to happen is if you do not key into it, then it will come back around in 2026. It will always come back around. This is the divine plan. This is the divine orchestration that takes place in all of our lives when we are open, when we are not resistant, right? When we are not fearful, when we allow for the natural ebb and flow of life to guide us in the direction that is for our highest good, then these are the things that happen naturally. We don't have to make it happen, it just happens because we are in alignment. Yes, remember that word. I always tell you guys to remember alignment. This is what we're doing. This whole journey is about alignment. Now, if you've been watching my videos throughout the years, if you're new to my videos, I'm just here to just let you know that alignment, for anybody that's new, yeah, alignment, dear ones, is what every person is seeking. And essentially, alignment is seeking yourself. Okay? So everything circles back to you. Now, all of my conversations, what Empowered Sovereign is all about is you, is uncovering, it is shedding and peeling back layers, false personas, characters, many masks of fear. And we have many masks of fear. Yes. So when we can align and know and walk with our head held up high and be open, that means we have allowed, we have accepted this new path, this new version that has been trying to come out for so long for all of us. I'm speaking collectively, dear ones. I always speak collectively. Yes, I speak universally, not subjectively, always a universal concept. Yes, that's how I speak, because we are the universe. Yes, you're the universe, I'm the universe, and everybody else is. And when we can stay aligned to that knowing of ourselves, it just helps us to create, it helps us to manifest, it helps us to love ourselves. Yeah, love, dear ones. We have to love ourselves. Yes, because when you do love yourselves, that is what makes alignment happen. So this is what we're doing. We are accepting. Yes, acceptance is what is happening on the planet. And it is so amazing because I am picking up parts of the collective that are new at this type of lingo, this type of language, this type of dialogue about ourselves. This part of the collective is happy. Yeah, this part of the collective is excited because this part of the collective feels like, wow, I've really reached a part of me that I have always known, but I could not reach it because I've been entrenched, I've been conditioned to look in the other direction. The other direction that is saying, no, no, you can't be open. No, you should not walk this way because something might happen. Yes, if you are picking up on that, I am here to share with you that is the byproducts of what all of humanity goes through at one time or another, because we have all been conditioned to doubt ourselves. Yes, we have all been conditioned to not believe in ourselves. Yeah, this is the underlining. This is like the backstory. Even though you know you are capable, there's always a backstory being played in the background of humanity's mind. Now, I'm speaking collectively, universally. But when we continue to have conversations like this, and there are a lot of conversations going around in this world, dear ones, because we are and we have been evolving from the very beginning of time, but because this is an end of a cycle, this is an end of a cycle, dear ones, a cycle where we have been perpetuating the same things being frustrated, being not clear, being insecure, being judgmental, being all these ways. This is the end of that cycle. So, this is why, as well, I'm just going to touch on this briefly, that you may see in the world throughout our entertainment world, and then you may see in your own individual life certain things taking place. So, what I'm referring to is there are a lot of things that have been in the dark that have come to the light. They have come to the surface. And this is what 2025 is all about, is shedding those old ways of being. So I'm not going to mention names, but if you follow any public figure, celebrity, then you know what I'm talking about. So all of these things, and this person that has been uh, under the radar or over the radar, however you want to describe it, this person is not the first person, and everyone knows this. This person, because of the time frame, okay? Anytime you do something in the dark, it's going to come to the light. Just remember that. Remember what I'm saying. Everything comes to the light. So this is what is happening and has happened to this person. And this person, I don't really follow mainstream TV as much because it really has nothing to do with me. And, I focus on my life. Okay. And I suggest everyone else to follow your own life and not to continue following other people's lives, because really it should not affect you because they're not in your life. They're not in your circle. That's one point I'm just mentioning. But of course, we have free will and you can do whatever you choose to do. Okay. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just sharing that whatever has been in the dark, this is the year that it is coming up. So that means in your life as well, anything you may have done in the dark that needs reevaluating or needs to come to the surface, it will come up. Yes. Yes, it will. As I said, this is not the first person. We have seen many, many others that have similar backstories. And what I want to share about what I'm speaking about, things coming to the light, to the surface, is that even people that have been involved in these things in the dark, and they know or they knew at that time that, oh, this is not right, but they don't say anything, they're just as much a part of it. But the reason why they don't say anything is because of the conditioning. We have been conditioned to not say anything, to not speak up when we see something that's not right. When somebody is being wrong, okay, and not treated fairly, a lot of people, the collective, turns their head, does not want to be involved in it. As a matter of fact, they turn their head like they don't see it. So that's a condition. That's not having integrity. That's saying, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to do anything, I don't want to be a part of it. And so I don't see it. Now, of course, you have free will and the choice to not, but because of who we are collectively, we have to always act with integrity. You understand what I'm saying, I hope. Everyone is supposed to act with integrity, because if that person is being wronged, falsely accused, or mistreated badly, we have the authority to help that person. Now, some people may not agree with me on that, but I say that because when you help that person, you're helping yourself. You're helping your brother. You're helping your sister. You're helping your mother, your father. It's like you're helping, as I just said, yourself. So when you do not help, especially when you are involved in this dark thing that's taking place and you don't do anything, you turn your back to it. So that's like you're turning your back to yourself. You're turning your back to your brother, your sister, your mother, your father. All of what I just said, because we are collectively one. So if we continue to behave that way, that type of behavior will continue to happen. But we are not. No, we are not. That's why this one person that has been in the spotlight, and there has been others, this person is being, what's the word I'm looking for? Is going through the legal system. As I said, I don't follow mainstream TV as much. No, I do not. But ultimately, it's the conditioning. It is the conditioning of humanity that says, I don't want to be involved. I don't want nothing to do with it. Okay? So in 2026, we're not having that type of condition. We're saying, no, you're not mistreating me anymore. Because when you mistreat that person or those people, you're mistreating me. That's what people need to realize. And in 2026, we are realizing that. Matter of fact, we are realizing that now in 2025, because you cannot continue to perpetuate wrong doing of people. No, we just cannot continue that. So 2026 is a new beginning. That means we have integrity. We help one another. Because if somebody was being wronged, we want to get to the root of that so they will not feel that injustice. Yeah, that's what it's about, dear ones. So we are seeing that, and all of that is fading out because this is a new beginning. It's a new cycle. Just think of a fresh, clean slate, a fresh, clean canvas where you get to paint your new beginning. And this is what is happening for all of us. We all get to paint our new reality. So that means we have integrity. Okay? We help one another. We don't turn our head and say, oh, I don't see that, knowing that you do see that. That was the conditioning, dear ones. That conditioning said, I don't want to be involved, because this has been really happening for eons. This is nothing new. It's just the end of this cycle. As I said, it has come to the light. And when things come to the light, it means that it is dismantling all of that, making space for the new cycle where we have integrity, okay? Where we are grounded, where we speak up for one another, and we don't hide anymore. We don't shrink anymore. We stand in our power, and we allow these new versions of ourselves to unite so we can stand in our power every single day. Yeah. We're taking back our power. Yeah. We have always had the power, but through that spell of conditioning, that's what had a hold on all of humanity. And what's sad about it is most of us did not know that we were under these conditions. No, most of us was unaware of that taking place. So you're walking around unaware every day, just repeating the same thing and feeling like you're trapped and you can't do anything. And guess what? You can do something. You have always could do something. But the conditioning would say something different to make you think you can. Okay? So we are accepting. We are adventurous, yes. We are exploring these new avenues of ourselves. Yes, it's an exciting period. It is. So, dear ones, continue to embrace this new path, these new versions of yourself. Go do something you never done before. Yeah, I say this sometimes. This goes for all of us. Do something that you want to do that you haven't done before and do it and see what happens for yourself. It's going to light you up because that's what it's about, dear ones. It's about us being the light, shining the light so others can shine their light and not be afraid. Yes, that is what 2026 is about. The horse, the red fire horse, freedom, personal power, new beginnings, the leader. You're in charge. You have really always been in charge, but if you don't believe that you're in charge, then guess what? You don't believe it. So it doesn't happen for you. So just remember that, dear one. Stay aligned to your power. You have always been the authority. You have always been the power. And we are accepting ourselves from this day forward. Every part of ourselves, every single part of ourselves. Yes, acceptance. Okay, dear ones? So enjoy the rest of your new day as you accept this new version, this new path, and the many other parts of you that you have no idea is within you, that is ready to come out, is ready to be explored. Yes, yes, dear ones, you are something special. Yes, you are something special. All right, dear ones, Sonia from Empowered Sovereign. May love, may light, and may you continue to accept this new path, these new versions where you get to run free like the red fire horse. Yes, it's all about freedom. Yes, we have always been free, dear ones, but if you don't believe you're free, then what does that say? All right, so take care, and I'll see you in the next video.